In the wake of the unprecedented cases of land conflict across different regions in the Gambia, residents of Mamuda village are pursuing justice in what they claim as unlawful demolition of their compounds. The village filed a court case against one Sirifo Bojang of Jambur, who claim ownership of the lands in dispute. Africa TV has been following development, and here is more of that in this report. It could be recalled in November 2020 when residents of the Mamuda village of Kombo South District experienced a heavy rift between the police intervention unit that covered the demarcation of their lands under the instruction of Sirifo Bojang of Jambur. He had claimed ownership of the lands through the inheritance form of land tenure system from his ancestors. The demolition swept off at least 54 compounds, most of which were newly built, prompting the villagers to set up a committee in the aftermath of the incident to file a court case against the destructors. The committee, apart from defending residents' right to live on their properties, will seek justice in the destruction of major structure on which hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars were spent by the rural community. The Mamuda Village Development Committee, Kayo Kande, confirmed the institution of a legal action on the land matters.
They were very angry, talking on the top of their voices. When I came, I said, now, what we're going to do is to follow the law. Sirifo followed the law and did this, whether wrongly or correct, but we also going to do the same thing. I told the next day what we were going to do, BDC, was to go around and record all the properties that were demolished. That's why we have record of every individual whose property was demolished. We have the record. And it amounted to 54 plots. Some are the fence, some are houses, some are fence, some are boats and demolished. We got record of everything. So following our series of meetings, a task force was formed, coordinating committee, where Jerry Barrow of Jambanjali was the chair. I am also an active member, almost deputized in Jerry in most of the meetings here. So we decided that we're going to take a lawyer to sue Silverborough to court.
Thanks to this land dispute, villagers gather every 2 weeks to discuss ways and means of resolving the conflict. They have raised about $52,000, mainly from the contribution of the rural poor in pursuit of a legal remedy. One of the affected victims, Lamin Jata, who took iAfrica to a tour of the affected areas, explained what appears to be a contradiction between the Sheriff Division of the High Court and the fiscal planning on whether or not to demarcate the lands in question.
Banjun, head officer Banjun. So
when the demolition took place, we went to the governor's office to discuss the matter. From there, we went to fiscal planning in Banjul, but according to them, the Strip Division gave the orders for the demolition. We went further and visited the Strip Division, but they were unable to give us any logical reasoning on the matter. We all know the document issued to Sirifo Bojang was on the basis of a third-party right. We are the third-party right owners of the land and hence exempting us. However, they indiscriminately went ahead and destroyed all our buildings for nothing.
Kande said the villagers are so optimistic that the case will turn out in their favor, given the strong evidence at their disposal.
One, the judgment that Sirifo used to carry on the demolition. When we got access to that document, when we read the document, we feel that the content of the document shouldn't have warranted the Sirifo to carry on the demolition, because the third party mentioned should have not been a victim in that case. Two, we engaged different lawyers to read to study the document and communicate to us what is their understanding in the content. They reported similarly as we understood that yes, the right of the third party is protected in the judgment. So this judgment should have been a document, a tool that civil should have used to carry out demolition of private properties in this community. So that is one evidence that we feel that we will be able to win the case.
Between 2018 and 2019, over 50 hotspots of land conflicts have been identified across the country, with some of the classes resulting into deaths, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization. Some of the major reasons for this unwavering land disputes concerns the poor management of resources by the authorities or the influx of unscrupulous business enterprises in the names of real estate development. For Africa News, Sohna Tunkara.